the off week for
It was good. I think everybody needed it. It was good. His guys have been great, good energy, and yeah, we needed it badly.
Do you usually take that time to kind of take a step back, or are you still like focused completely through it?
We didn't take coaches. I mean, I was recruiting, so I was in Dallas and Chicago Thursday through Sunday, so we didn't take the weekend off. But the guys needed it. You know, they need a mental break more than anything, and they're fresh, their mind and body, and you know, we're ready for the stretch. We got to play 4 games, and we get another one, which will be nice too.
Can you kind of give an injury update? What are we looking at?
I mean, we think. You know, we went back and forth on what news we can expect from Tyler Gratton, and we think we're going to get good news. So there's a good chance he'll be available this weekend. We'll see. I would guess if he's not, he will for sure be available for Alaska. Ty Jackson very likely will be available this weekend. We'll probably would use him in a limited role just to get him back into the swing of things, maybe as an extra skater. And try and get him ramped up so he's ripping, roaring, ready to go for Alaska. So, you know, hopefully those two are back. Obviously Dylan's out for the season, but we get those two back. We almost have a full lineup now for the first time in over 2 months.
Quickly on Ty. Was today his first time back on the ice?
He skated last week on his own, and then this week he's with the team, and we're hoping tomorrow he gets cleared to take the gray jersey off and is fully cleared.
How has he looked after such?
He looks good. His legs are really good. He's flying out there. He looks sharp and crisp. You know, when you go through a surgery and are unable to train the way that he was accustomed to training, he lost some weight, so he's a little light, and he was already too light to begin with. I offered him some of mine, but he hasn't taken it yet. But he should be ready to go. He looks really good.
Coach, we kind of talked after August about what you need to do in these 10 games. You said not quite win out, but it's got to be close. Has your mindset changed for these next games?
Yeah, I mean, the only thing we can do is play what's in front of us, right? And worry about what we can control. And right now, that's Lindenwood. You know, we know Lindenwood. I know their program very well, and go way back with Lindenwood through the ACHA days. Where Zombo, their head coach, was the coach as well. So they're going to come in. They're going to come in and look to play spoiler and get a big win. They've had some good moments this year in their second season. You know, tying Wisconsin on the road, tying Ohio State on the road. You know, giving Western Michigan a really good game in a game at home. So, you know, if you take Lindenwood lightly, they'll make you pay. So our guys understand what's at stake, and the whole taking anyone lightly at this point with what we have to gain. It won't happen.
You say, how do you get your guys not to kind of play down their level? There's been times where you'll play up to that level of Denver, and then you kind of have sometimes played down to your opponent. How do you play your own game against a team that's...
Yeah, you know, I mean, you can look at it one of two ways. I think we've been a ranked team all year, and so when you play unranked teams and teams that are coming in looking to prove themselves, that, you know, they generally play up. They play up to a level, and you know, the Augustana weekend was a head scratcher for us. We thought we played a lot better Friday than Saturday, and we just didn't get the win. You know, so the guy, like, if we could recreate how we played that Friday, we'll win a lot of games here down the stretch. And I think the biggest thing again is our guys are fresh. They're excited. They know what they have to gain. We're in position to do what we want to do, and that's a credit to our players.
Anything in particular you guys are emphasizing in practice to prepare for Lindenwood?
Just be us. We're focusing on us. You know, I think if we focus on us the rest of the way, we like our chances. But you know, we'll be ready for what other teams like to do. But we're just focusing on making sure that we're the best version of what we want to be and what our identity is and what we've, you know, preached for it to be all year. And if we take care of that, we like our chances.
Coach, kind of looking at your goaltending, it's been a couple ugly games for TJ. Gibson's looked good. What have you kind of seen, though, TJ's game where he was really kind of good to start the year, and it's been a little rocky?
I mean, after break, he was really good. I mean, he won us 2 tournaments, you know. So and he was the biggest reason we won both tournaments was for sure in Lake Placid him, and then the championship game against Omaha, he was unbelievable. So really, it hasn't been an after break thing. I think in the first game that we lost in overtime against Cornell, he was also really, really good. And then, you know, I take responsibility. I probably should have played Gibby in that Saturday game because he was fresh, and you could see the difference when he was kicking in that game, and TJ was just not himself. He ran out of gas, and again, when you believe in somebody, wholeheartedly, you go with them and you ride them, and I should have known to back him off on that Saturday and let Gibby go because Gibby's been so good when we've given him a chance. So TJ will be fine. We're not concerned about him in any way. He needed the break just as much as everyone else, and he got it, and I expect both of them to be very good for us here.
How awesome was it to see Hymovitch have that first career start in front of his family, friends?
Yeah, it was awesome. He a great kid, the greatest kid, greatest teammate we've had here in a long time, and he comes from an unbelievable family that I know well, and my daughter grew up playing with Hymo's younger brother, so we know them pretty well, and they're great people. It's certainly not a fluke that he's such a good person with how he was raised, and I'm glad that he finally got in, and he did some good things, and he gave us great bench energy and was great in the room. The guys were excited, and he really gave them something to be excited about, and I know that really every guy in that room wanted to win for him on that Saturday.
And how special is it to be able to have a hometown kid and to be able to really show everyone in the country, hey, we have some great Arizona talent that we want to keep home?
Yeah, no, it's important to us. I mean, we want to continue to try and keep the best kids here, and we've let some slip from our fingertips, and you understand that as a growing program. The kids that, like a Matthew Nice that left town, and the ones up at North Dakota now that left town, they didn't grow up wanting to be Sun Devils. Now we're in Mullet Arena. We're heading into a conference. We're established, and kids are coming to our games that play youth hockey here locally, dreaming of being Sun Devils. And all those kids' defense, they didn't, right? We didn't exist. And so you understand if you lose some battles here and there. But moving forward, we always have, and we'll continue to make an asserted effort to keep the best kids here and to play on Mullet Arena in front of their hometown fans and family, and it's important to us.
How was the vibe in the locker room looked through the bye week?
Really good. I mean, it was. I was really impressed with how our guys came back. I mean, that was a gut-wrenching loss last Friday, especially the nature of how it happened. When you're the better team and you outplayed them, and you come back and you tie it, and you're all over them to take the lead, and then wham, they scored with not enough time left on the clock generally to tie it up. It was a gut punch, and I was excited to see how our guys would come back the next day, and they didn't wilter in any way. They were excited to be here and knew that we still had a lot to accomplish, and they did. And then obviously going into the bye week, again, they just needed a break. We didn't have a break all year. I mean, even the holidays, they didn't even go home. So we needed one. We needed it badly. It literally came at the perfect time. They're excited to be back here and see what we can do these last 10 games.
Is there a little form of regret in a way that maybe you didn't have a little bit of a break kind of in that December month that maybe would have set things up differently?
No, I mean, it is what it is. As an independent, you schedule, your hands are tied. You have to play when teams will play, and we had so many games to make up at home from all the traveling we've done for 7-8 years that it was the way that the cookie crumbled, I guess you could call it. But no, you can't. That's the beauty of hindsight. Next year, it's going to be a much more normal schedule with a normal holiday break for our players and our staff, and a Thanksgiving break for our players and our staff. So we're excited about that. But the non-break is certainly not an excuse. We still feel like we played well enough to sweep the last series, and it didn't go our way. But I expect our guys to be flying on Friday.
I want to quickly ask, kind of doing a feature on Chase Stamp, what his transition is look. How's he blended with the two goalies?
Great. He looks really good. He's a legit goalie. I mean, he was a legitimate junior A goalie in Manitoba League, and I think he probably is a little bit bigger. He probably would have been a Division I goalie. Now he is, and he is not out of place at all out there, like in any way.
With Sillinger and Lovell being nominated for Hobie Baker, Sillinger a really good 200-foot guy, and then Lovell one of, if not the best, two-way player out there. What, from a coach's perspective, have you seen that just make them so unique and successful?
I think the biggest thing for Silly is his IQ. He's just so smart. He sees a couple steps ahead of every play and every situation. So IQ is, people define it in different ways, but what if you know what you're going to do with the puck before you get it, You know, in my opinion, that's a really good hockey IQ, and that's what Silly has. That's why he's really good in the power play. And Timmy's just dynamic. You know, Timmy's Timmy, and he does some unbelievably talented things, and he's dynamic. And when he's really going and playing with urgency, he's one of the best there is in college hockey. And you know, I think we saw that out of him in Saturday's game against Augustana. He put the team on his back, and it was fun to see.
How awesome was it to have that bye week?
It was very nice. The boys have been playing a lot of hockey here in the first half, so just to kind of take the week to reset and get back to the basics here for the final 10 games is huge.
How important is these last 10 games? Obviously, it seems like every game now you guys are fighting for your tournament lives. What's the importance of the last 10 games?
I mean, it's everything. It's our season on the line here. With the next 10 games here, we probably gotta win out to make the tournament, and that's our main goal, and that's what we're focused on doing coming off the break here.
Lindenwood, a team that you guys have seen not really playing super well. How do you not overlook them and kind of think ahead to Fairbanks? How do you take this one game at a time, especially out of the bye?
Yeah, like every game we're playing here is a must-win game, so we're gonna focus on these guys, and like you said, take it one game at a time, starting that first Friday, and then move on to Saturday.
What did the bye week look like? Is it kind of do you still practice every day? Was it kind of more rest? Did you guys get some time to just relax a little bit?
Yeah, it was a different week structure-wise. We skated until Thursday and then got the weekend off, just a little bit of time to regroup and focus on your bodies going to the last 10 here.
What are the vibes, like the energy in the locker room right now, knowing that you have to play it one game at a time and really every game is so critical for you guys?
Yeah, the energy in the room's high. Everyone's still bought in, still focused on making our end goal, and that's to make history and make the tournament. It's one of ASU's best seasons here, so we're really looking to have a final push here.
And a younger guy in Hymovitch got his first start, so how awesome is it for you to see these younger guys who work so hard in practice get that moment and really take advantage of it?
Yeah, it was huge for us. You know, I think everyone in that locker room has played a big part in making the team win this year. So everyone's pumped up for Hymo, and he's a guy that's, you know, he's an Arizona kid. He's going to do a lot for this program, and you know, we're all really happy for him.
Being nominated for the Hopi Baker and one of the top point scorers in the nation, what are some things you can identify just about your game and how you play that attribute to your success, and how much of that is attributed to your teammates as well?
Yeah, I'm an unselfish 200-foot winger. I like to play the puck a lot, you know, make passes, and I think it's nice to get recognized for that. But obviously, in the long run here, like I said earlier, you know, everyone's played an important role in making the team win here this season, and we're really dialed in on the last 10 games.
How nice was it just to have that bye week, just pull your legs up, get playing a lot?
Yeah, I think our team as a whole kind of needed a break from hockey. I mean, we didn't really have like a whole Christmas break and stuff like that, which is, you know, it's fine, but definitely good to get our legs back and kind of a refresh mode, you know, so it was good.
With Lindenwood coming up, obviously just such an important game. You can't take them lightly no matter what their record is, no matter how they're playing. What's the mindset going into this one?
Yeah, you know, I think obviously like this year we've gone through some ups and downs as of recently, but we've learned is like the biggest thing. So I think heading into this weekend and with the right attitude and the right details of practice like we've been doing, I think we should be fine and be off and running from there. So.
How awesome is it to have almost all of your remaining games be here at Mullen in front of your fans?
Oh, it's awesome. Yeah, there's no fan base like any other. You know, so whenever we're home, we're really excited to play in front of everybody. So yeah, it's great. So really exciting.
And the younger guys continue to step up in those big moments. So how awesome is it to be able to see their growth from the start of the season until now?
Yeah, it's great. Obviously, you know, like they're going to be sophomores next year, so they're going to have to take some freshmen under their wing when guys kind of move on. But yeah, no, it's been great to watch them kind of grow as players and even as kids and teammates. So yeah, it's been awesome.
Has Coach Power been emphasizing anything in particular for these remaining 10 games?
Nothing really too critical. I think you know, everybody kind of knows the main goal and the end result here. I think we gotta just win as many games as we can, and you know, as an independent, like it's playoff hockey right now, so just kind of gotta win out from here and do the best we can do every night.
Even though it could be stressful, is it kind of exciting to play with that playoff hockey mindset?
Yeah, obviously, I mean, it can be stressful, but I think throughout the year, like getting to the place we've gotten today, I think that we've done that already, and so same attitude going in every game. So.
Just reflecting back on this entire season, it's been a great season for you personally and for the team. How can you like summarize what this season's meant to you so far?
Season's been great. Obviously, we're looking for that top result at the end of the day, but I don't think myself. Obviously, I don't think I'd be doing as well personally if it wasn't for my teammates and my coaching staff. So, our brotherhood's been great. Everybody in the locker room's really tight this year. It's really stuck out to me how close of a group we have this year rather than the past 2 years I've been here. So, it's been great.
What's been kind of the focus of practice, just doing drills and kind of running things going into this weekend? What are you trying to specifically hone in on when you guys are out there this week?
It's kind of everything. I mean, the little details like stopping on pucks, not getting over pucks, and making sure we're picking up guys as sticks out in front as defensemen and forwards coming back. I think that's kind of the key things that you see these big teams like Boston College, Boston University, Denver, and like North Dakota. All those teams, they all do the little things correctly. And if we're gonna compete with those guys and be one of those teams, I think we just have to keep doing what we're doing and just make sure we're staying dialed at all times. So.
Being nominated for the Hobie Baker, being one of the top 20 scorers in the nation, what are some things you can identify just about how you play and how you can be good on both sides of the puck, and how much of that is teammates and coaching staff?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's kind of just all about winning, and to just like if I'm able to just be myself and just be the player I am, and everybody has the same end result and goal at the end of the day, then I think there will be nothing holding myself back or our team back from just playing the way we do. So.
I know it's still early in the week, but is there anything you guys can identify from Lindenwood that might come as a challenge for you guys, or something you guys need to focus on specifically?
Right now, I think we're just kind of focused on ourselves. I don't think we really need to go over too much detail on any teams. Again, like it's kind of repetitive for you guys hearing this, but we're focused on us, and we know what we need to do. So.
How was the bye week for the body, mentally, everything?
Yeah, it was great. A lot of the boys are kind of banged up, so definitely much needed recover for these last 10 games. They're going to be huge for the season, and mentally just getting the reset, get away from the rink a bit, and now we're back. Had a good day today. So.
And how did it feel to get that first start when you went on the ice for the first time?
It was pretty special. Had a lot of family and friends here. A little emotional, but it meant a lot, and kind of blanked out a bit, but it was very special.
And speaking of your family and friends, how awesome is that to have them there, and so that you can look up anytime and just know that you have that strong support system there?
Yeah, it's awesome. Big reason why I came here, have that support and be close to home. And like I said, it was just super special, and it meant a lot to me that Coach trusted me and let me get in there. So.
And when you were growing up, did you dream of being a Sun Devil? How was that?
Yeah, so they were a newer program. Honestly, I didn't know much about D1 hockey, being from Arizona. And, initially I thought I wanted to get away from home and kind of did that in the junior path. And then I realized, kind of a mistake, and came right back home, talked to Greg, and lucky enough, he wanted me to come here. So easy decision.
And you played with the Junior Coyotes, so now you're sharing the same barn with the Coyotes. So how surreal is that?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Last year, I actually was home after my season ended, and I was watching the Coyotes with my family, and it just hit me then. I was like, wow, I might be playing games on this sheet. And like we were just talking about with my first start, it kind of hit me then, and it's pretty crazy. I'm sharing the ice with the team I was looking up to my whole life.
And Coach Powers said you're easily one of the best teammates on this team. So what does it mean to you to have that?
He said that?
Yeah.
I
swear. It was on the blood.
I mean, that's awesome to get that recognition from Coach. We got a great locker room. Every guy in there is tremendous, and they make it easy to come to the rink every day and stay positive and keep grinding, and everyone has the same goal. We know where we want to go, and yeah, the locker room's pretty special.
Speaking of that brotherhood, how important has it been to have that strong unity and really translate to the ice?
I mean, it's everything, right? We have every single guy in there pulling in that same direction, and like I said, we all have that same end goal in mind. And when you have every single guy bought in, it's everything. It means the world. And to do something special, you need special people.
And there's a lot of great veterans, but there's also a lot of great young guys like yourself. So how encouraging is it to know that when those veterans do go on, that you guys have a really strong bunch?
It's really good. Veterans, you know, they show us how everything works here. You know, how to be a pro, and I think they're really leaving the program in good hands. And it's up to the young guys this year, you know, take it all in and kind of see how the older guys go about their day, and make sure that culture stays in place for years to come.